Your Social Security benefits could be in jeopardy sooner rather than later. And today we're going to discuss that. We're also going to talk about what the Social Security Administration is saying as far as them cutting down your wait times, whether it's on the phone or in person. So again, some big changes are taking place. But today specifically, I want to go over this. This is something that I showed you just yesterday, but I didn't read the entire article. This right here is from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. Okay? This is a very important piece of information that you need to be well aware of if you are currently collecting Social Security benefits or if you plan to in the very near future. But a lot of people were questioning, what does this mean? Are they going to really see an $18,100 benefit cut in the next 7 years? Well, we're going to discuss that in today's video. But first, before I do, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So let's get right down to it. It says retirees face an $18,100 benefit cut in 7 years. The big thing though is this number right here. It says the law dictates that when the trust funds deplete their reserves, payments are limited to incoming revenues. For the Social Security Retirement Program, we estimate that means a 24% benefit cut in late 2032 after the enactment of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Okay, here's where things are getting a little bit discouraging for millions of people, is that just a couple years ago, we were being told that the Social Security Trust Fund would become insolvent in 2035, which meant we still had a full 10 years, because again, this was last year and the year before, it was going to become insolvent in 2035. Then we learned just this year is that no, it's not 2035, it's actually 2034, so a year earlier. But then just the other day, we learned from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget that no, benefits would be cut in late 2032. So we completely skipped over 2033. So now we went from seeing an insolvency in 10 years to an insolvency in less than 7. That's a problem. And that's a 24% cut. Previously, we were being told it would be anywhere between 21 to 23%. Now, I want to read this to you as well. It says, we estimate that this would be equal to an $18,100 annual benefit cut for a dual earning couple retiring at the start of 2033, shortly after trust fund insolvency. At the same time, those retirees might experience reduced access to health care due to an 11% cut in Medicare hospital insurance payments. The cuts would grow over time as scheduled benefits continue to outpace dedicated revenues. But look at this. This is the big thing that I want to touch on right here. Okay, this chart right here. You can see projected benefit cut for couple retiring 2033. If you are a single income couple or a dual income couple, okay, single is orange, dual is blue. So you can see right here that for a low income couple, you would see a benefit cut of anywhere between $8,200 and $11,000. For a middle income couple, it would be a benefit cut between $13,600 and $18,100. And for a high income couple, you'd see a benefit cut between $18,000 and $24,000 per year. When people were looking at this, when I did the video yesterday, and I received a bunch of comments, a lot of emails as well. And first off, thank you guys for doing that and asking the questions that you really want answers to. A lot of people were saying, well, what does this mean? Is this guaranteed? Is this for sure? At this time, the answer is yes. Okay? The answer is yes. The Social Security Trust Fund will become insolvent if nothing happens. If we don't see more tax revenue coming in for Social Security, it will become insolvent. If we don't see less retirees, it will become insolvent. Currently, we have about 70 million people that are collecting Social Security every single month. In 2035, it is projected we are going to have 85 million people collecting Social Security payments, meaning it is only going to make things far worse as we get further and further along. I want to keep reading this to you, though. Look at this. It says, depending on a couple's age, marital status, and work history, the actual size of the benefit cut would vary. For example, a typical single earner couple would face a $13,600 cut, while a dual earner low income couple would face an $11,000 annual cut. High income couples could see a cut of closer to $24,000, while absolute size of the cut would be smaller for a typical low income couple than for a high income couple. It would represent a larger share of their income in their past earnings. These cuts are in nominal dollars and would be 15% smaller in 2025 dollars. It says the gap between Social Security's cost and revenue is expected to grow and, as a result, lead to deeper automatic benefit cuts over time. By 2099, the size of the required benefit cut would grow to well over 30%. Keep this in mind, though. Okay? So between 2032, the end of 2032, and 2099, okay, what was that 67 years, we would only see about a 6% increase to our cut. Do you see why this is troubling? We have known for years, for decades, that the Social Security Trust Fund would become insolvent if things didn't change. Nobody's done anything for multiple administrations. Nothing's been done. And yet everyone's looking at this problem. It's pretty much like you're sitting in a car, you're driving head on to traffic. You see it's coming. You know it's there. Eventually, you're going to hit this stopping point. Eventually, you're going head on into traffic. Eventually, the crash is going to happen. Okay? The devastation will inevitably unfold. We know it's coming. It's there. Okay? Nobody's doing anything about it. Keep reading this. It says, importantly, these estimates are somewhat larger than those implied by the most recent trustees report. That's because the tax rate cuts an increase in the senior standard deduction from the recently enacted One Big Beautiful Bill Act would reduce Social Security's revenue from the income taxation of benefits, increasing the required cut by about a percentage point upon insolvency. If the expanded senior standard deduction and other temporary measures of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act are made permanent, the benefit cut would grow larger. Okay, let's unpack that for a second. So, because of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, because of it passing, the Social Security tax revenue decreasing, and the increase of the standard deduction, both those things happening in this one bill, they say this is increasing the cut by about 1 percentage point. Keep in mind, before it was 21 to 23%. Now it's 24%. Yeah, I see where the cut's coming from. Goes on to say, policymakers pledging not to touch Social Security are implicitly endorsing these deep benefit cuts for 62 million retirees in 2032 and beyond. It is time for policymakers to tell the truth about the program's finances and to pursue trust fund solutions to head off insolvency and improve the program for current and future generations. Now, do I see this happening? Do I see lawmakers doing anything about this? There's not going to be a full reform, okay? It's going to be something small, something little here and there, and just trying to pick away at this. But in the end, does it help? I don't know. I honestly don't know. The only thing we do know at this time, the only thing that's going to help millions of Social Security recipients is this right here. It says the Social Security Administration announces reduced phone and in-person wait times. Well, it's about time, because people were getting tired of calling, being on the phone for several hours and never speaking to a person. They're also getting tired of driving to a local field office and waiting in line just to never speak to somebody, or to do something as simple as setting an appointment to come back at a later date. So the good thing is the field offices and the call times, as far as the wait times, they are down. So that's good news there. But that's all that we know as of today. So as we get more information as to what is going on for Social Security and for your benefits, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we get them. But that is what we know as of now. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.